if this one will work. That's actually pretty funny that right now I'm talking about how the DoorDash app glitches and crashes, and I just had a big issue right now too. So we'll see if people start to trickle in. I don't just waiting right now. Okay, it says that we have gone live. We're gonna wait to see if I'm actually the correct way. I just went live. I had to cancel that one where I was vertical instead of horizontal. So that was actually pretty funny about that mistake. Now we're just gonna wait a little bit more to see if some people chime in saying that everything is good to go. We're starting to see a few people come in. Scooter Bud says, hello, everyone from New Orleans. Good that you're here. I'm very happy about that. Let's see. Dawn B says, hi, Jacob. You are the right way now. Okay, that's very good to know. I I don't know why. Like, it is so difficult to figure out these live streams for some reason. I don't even have all of the fancy gear and the software to like make everything the correct way, and so like I'm just here using like basic materials here, and I still can't figure everything out. It's kind of funny that way, but let's see. We are starting to see some people coming in, and we are going to talk about DoorDash glitching, the app crashing, and we have already had our own technical difficulties on these live streams, but we are going to be talking about DoorDash's issues too. So let's see, we have Scooter in here, we have Dawn in here, we have Jorge from Tucson, Arizona, we have Desmond. What's up? Has delivery been good for you ever since school has started back? Delivery's been pretty good for me lately. I mean, I really can't complain. If you've been watching my videos, I am daily vlogging 5 days a week, and I think my earnings have been pretty good. I'm definitely not complaining about the way this month is going. Let's see, Don B's from Chicago, and let's see, that's pretty cool. We got some people in here now. Okay, the poll question, if you want to answer that, I asked if you've been affected by a DoorDash glitch or a crash, and make sure to vote on that. Say yes or no to see if I would be very curious to know. I know that a lot of people that follow this channel are going to be part-time workers, so you won't be out there all the time to experience all of the glitches and the crashes that DoorDash has, but I know some of you are full-time workers, so you might be out there over 40 hours a week, so you might have had to experience it. And yesterday there was a pretty big crash I saw that was reported. I saw on Facebook and Twitter about how people were unable to deliver the food that they accepted, and the customers were pretty unhappy about that as well. So we're getting more people in here now. We got people from New Mexico, Farmington. I think I've been to Farmington one time. I think I was driving back from Colorado and we stopped by in Farmington. Let's see. We got more people chiming in. Yeah, make sure to give this live stream a like if you think everything's going well so far, and make sure to chat so that I can see where you're from, see how you're doing. I just get the vibe of everybody in here before we get started. And of course, I will be answering questions as usual in the chat. I know that people ask questions in my comment section quite a bit, and I'm just not able to get to everyone's questions. So if you want to leave a question in there or just any sort of comment in there, I will try to do my best to read all of them and answer anything later on in this live stream. But of course, the first part is going to be talking about the DoorDash crash or the glitch. I was not affected personally, but I saw a lot of comments, angry customer comments about how they were affected. They did not get their food, and also from other Dashers, they were also upset. Take a quick drink of water. I'm glad that this stream is looking all right, even though we had to cancel the other one that might be affecting the viewership in here, but we're still doing all right. Okay, we got a question. What is your take on Uber Shop and Pay? Not really my favorite. I think I prefer DoorDash over Uber, but I think it's okay. I think it's solid. I don't think that they show all of the tips on there. I don't know if people tip that well, but I know I've been getting a ton of emails from Uber about how I should uh, go in and start doing shop, or actually I've been getting them as a customer saying that I should order from grocery stores. They're gonna give me like half off of my order to go in and place a grocery store order, and I'm sure like a lot more people are in my area are going to take them up on that offer, and then they're going to there's going to be more shop and pay orders for me to accept, so maybe I'll do some here in the near future. Let's see, we have, okay, so maybe we should start talking about the glitch, but I do want to make sure that to see if my, because I did start the other live stream. I don't know exactly how that went. It seems that it actually got quite a bit of views, even though we were only live for about 2 minutes. I'm thinking I should probably delete that one so people don't get confused. I'm actually gonna do that right now. I'm gonna delete that one. Hopefully I don't delete this one, just so people don't get confused about that, and so that people can jump in and join this live stream, so that I just don't want people to look at that 2 minute video, say it looks so bad, and then they don't even watch this one. So I'm glad I see a couple more people jumping in right now. Dashville, what do you mean by it looks weird? What looks weird? If the picture looks weird, I mean it does really look kind of dark to me, but unfortunately, like I think I started this too late in the day. There's not enough sunlight, so I just, if it sounds okay, then maybe that's what we can do. Speaking of Uber Eats shop and pay orders, I just got another email pop up right here on my laptop saying that they're going to give me $25 off for a $50 order. So that's half off of your first $50. That is interesting. Let's see. The video is sideways, right? Not this one. I think that means that we're okay. I do appreciate the likes people are leaving on this video and the chat messages. It seems that Dashville, I see, seems like you're talking about the last video. This one probably looks all right. I think we might be good to go. Um, I do actually want to update that community tab post. I don't know if some of you saw that. Uh, I, yeah, live streaming. Hey, live streaming is difficult. I can edit videos pretty fast, but this live streaming, no editing goes into it. But I mean, like it's still a process of figuring all of this out. So right here, I'm gonna update the community tab post really quick because I know that people also find my live streams from there. Those community tab posts seem to work out well. And then I'm gonna post this, and let's see if that works, and then we can start talking about the DoorDash glitch. Let's see. Nope, that did not seem to work. Let's see what else we can do here just momentarily while we work on a fix for this. Let's see. It still says, still reading the incorrect line. Well, maybe I can make a new one real quick. We're live. And then we can get started. I really appreciate everybody just sticking around while we do this before we talk about the topic of today's video. I really do appreciate that. Okay, let's post that. Let's see if we're good to go. Okay, community tab is up. Thank you guys for leaving these questions. We got one from SVT Medic saying, I did my first one today, Uber Shop and Pay. I didn't like it because they just give you a shopping list and you have to hunt everything down in the store. It doesn't give you an aisle to check. Yep, unfortunately that is going to happen in a lot of stores that I've seen. I haven't tried every store in my area, but for a lot of stores, yes, the shop and pay orders on Uber Eats just not as good as DoorDash in my opinion. So That's why I prefer doing shop and pay orders with DoorDash, but I actually am coming out with a video about that tomorrow discussing why I like DoorDash shop and pay orders opposed to maybe Uber Eats, maybe opposed to Instacart. That will be up soon. So, why don't we get into today's discussion? Whew, will DoorDash ever fix their app? I sure hope so. I sure hope that they fix their app some point soon. That would be great if they did. But I've been a driver on DoorDash on and off since 2017, and their app, I don't really know if that's gonna get fixed anytime soon. I mean, like this thumbnail that I have for the live stream actually is talking about. Uh, this is a real tweet from DoorDash, and I kind of cropped it down and moved over the image a little bit. But they're saying that they had experienced issues, and they thank their customers for their patience. They didn't thank their drivers for their patience in there. It's just thanking the customer for their patience while they get their orders tried to get delivered. Uh, DoorDash continues to have app crashes pretty frequently. I wrote down in my notes here that on average they have a major crash of their app about once a month. I went back for a full year. I scrolled down through their Twitter to see when they were posting that there was a major crash, and it did appear that, yeah, it was an average of about once a month for the previous year where they would have really bad crashes to it be affecting the drivers and the customers. And they weren't just like minor things like, oh, people were locked out for like a minute or two. It was like over an hour for sure, to where like maybe Dashers had accepted the orders and they had picked them up and they were trying to find the customer address, and then boom, they weren't able to see anything. The customer wasn't able to get their food. They weren't able to contact the driver. They weren't able to do really anything except just wait for their food to get there when a driver could not even see it. So yeah, once a month, that's really bad for like big crashes for like at least an hour, uh, where people were just like so confused about what was even going on. People oftentimes, like, customers don't even know what this crash really is. They're just like hoping to get their food, not able to contact anything, so they get angry with the driver, they get angry with DoorDash, and it's just a complete mess. So I'm seeing some of the comments rolling in. Once a month crash, we should give them a contract violation. Yeah, I mean, if we could, that's something I'd be into. It's just like it's so bad. Have you ever seen crashes like this on Uber Eats or Grubhub or Instacart? I don't think I have. Like, I think that all the other apps are just fine, where people don't have to wait hours for their food for it to show up cold, or have the Dasher not get paid for the order for delivering it because they can't even find the address. Like, it's just like so chaotic when this happens. And it seems, I mean, it happened yesterday. That was a Tuesday. I mean, I'm glad that I wasn't on the road trying to make money during this time, but I'm pretty sure that pretty much every Dasher on the road was affected by this. It's pretty like wild thing to even like to think about, like a company as big as DoorDash continuing to have really bad crashes like this. Like, that's really bad, especially when you compare them to other delivery platforms that, like, I've never experienced like a glitch or a crash on really any of the other platforms that I drive for. So it's pretty crazy that it happens this often, like about once a month on average on DoorDash. And like, it's just so sad that like Dashers are unable to get paid for these orders. I'm sure like some people receive full pay for accepting offers, but like if you accepted an order and then you tried to go to the store, and like you maybe weren't even able to pick up the food because you weren't able to confirm the pickup, or that you arrived at the store, or just like there's a whole bunch of reasons. Maybe you have an order just sitting in your car, you couldn't find the address, and you weren't able to deliver it. I mean, you may have gotten full pay, you may have gotten half pay, you may have somebody's cold food in your car while you're trying to reach them. You don't know when DoorDash is going to fix the problem, and so you don't know if like the food, you can technically throw it away, or if you're just going to wait around for another 5 to 10 minutes before you deliver it to the customer. Like there's so many different scenarios. And so it's just like you're just playing a waiting game, you're sitting around, you're away from home, you're not getting paid, you're just sitting there. And I mean, if you are multi-apping, if you are activated on multiple apps, I mean, you could do more than just DoorDash. You could also do other platforms while you wait for the DoorDash crash to be fixed. But also at the same time, if other people in your area are also on multiple apps, then they will also rush over to those ones. So then your competition will increase if you have one less app to work for, especially a huge one like DoorDash. Let's see. So we have a couple people chiming in. I really appreciate. Yeah, have you guys ever experienced a crash or even like a minor glitch like this where you have to wait like 5 to 10 minutes before you can like confirm that you picked up an order or confirm that you dropped off an order? I know that happens to me all the time. I don't know if it's necessarily all DoorDash's fault. Maybe it's also a problem with my cell phone trying to connect to the my cell phone provider's network, and like, but I know every time, like almost every time I drop off an order, I try to click confirm delivery, and there's just like this spinning circle of like it's loading trying to complete the delivery. And that's just like kind of frustrating to me. But sometimes it can be worse than just like waiting 5 to 10 seconds of that spinning circle. Sometimes it's even like minutes, like up to five, I'd say more than 5 minutes sometimes, where it's just like just waiting. Like I keep getting an error message saying couldn't confirm the delivery, so I try again and it failed, and again and it failed. And if you close out of that screen, you lose the picture that you took of like the food you dropped off at somebody's door. And so you don't want to close out of it and try to redo it. You probably don't want to force close the app either because you lose that picture. That's what I've found. And so I'm just like waiting, like confirm, oh, it failed, to confirm, it failed. So you just keep going on and on with this. uh, the app seems to have more problems than any other app. Maybe that's just because DoorDash is expanding so fast compared to the other ones that they just can't keep up with all of the orders on the platform. But I think they should probably try to prioritize that instead of like having to refund customers like thousands, maybe even potentially millions of dollars for just wasting that time for everyone. So we got a few more comments in here. My mouth is a little bit dry. I'm gonna take another water break really quick, just a couple seconds. Let's see here. We've got comments in here from Daniel Ruthland saying their GPS is the worst. I don't remember if you're talking necessarily about DoorDash or Uber Eats. I don't really prefer the GPS on either platform. I mean, I guess like no GPS is perfect. Maybe Google Maps or Apple Maps would be better outside of the DoorDash and the Uber Eats apps. Let's see, you would think they would have this figured out by now. Not like it's a new app. I mean, it's been around for a long time. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you would think that they would hopefully have this figured out, but I think you're just expanding so fast that they're not able to keep up with all of it. Let's see. Never seen a crash. Brad Nelson says, my app crashed yesterday, showed that I didn't have any money after dashing 3 hours. Yeah, I read a lot of comments about this. Thanks for the comment, Brad Nelson. I saw a lot of like comments on Facebook and Twitter about this, and people are just like posting really fast on there. There were a ton of people that were just saying like, I have no money in my account. I was dashing for a really long time. Potentially, Brad, if you want to chime in. Oh, there you go. You already did. The money I made finally came in. So yeah, a lot of people said that after a while, after like 5 hours or so, the money did come in after the crash. So I'm glad that all of the dashers, potentially all the dashers, hopefully all of them, got the money that they made from this. Let's see, Dashville. There must be a legal reason the app cannot save the order info into our phone's memory or a text, something. Yeah, I mean that. I think it's wise that DoorDash wouldn't just like it text us the customer's address or like before a potential crash would happen. I mean, it makes sense that we wouldn't be able to see the address unless we were actually on the current delivery. Let's see, Matt Childress says, yeah, mine did the same yesterday afternoon, showing no money. I mean, like, I'm just happy that, I mean, I guess it's good for me. I wouldn't say I'm happy about it that it happened to anybody, but like I wasn't on the road when this happened, so it can happen to anybody. But on Tuesdays and Wednesdays right now, I'm trying to take a break from delivery driving. That's also a part of my making $5,000 this month series. If anybody's interested in that, I have a playlist. It's on my channel somewhere. And so that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to take Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, which means I did not experience this crash, but I heard it was pretty bad for maybe like at least an hour for people. Let's see who else we have chiming in. Um, we have Joseph saying, "Do you think the fact they have you go through multiple steps all the time maybe contributing to frequent glitches?" I'd say, I guess that's possible. I do understand why you have to go through quite a few steps just to confirm an order. I mean, I hate that you have to go through multiple steps to decline an order because I'm declining about like 30 orders, 40 orders, 50 orders in a row before I get a decent one. Sometimes I only have to decline about like 10 to 20, but oftentimes there's going to be a lot of declines in a row. I don't like on DoorDash and Grubhub how you have to decline so many offers before. I mean, before you have so many steps that you have to go through while you're declining orders. But when you're confirming a pickup and confirming a drop off, I do understand why you have to go through multiple steps. Maybe you accidentally click something. I know I have often clicked. I delivered the order. I accidentally clicked it while I was trying to like get my phone off of my mount in my car, and I'm glad that it didn't confirm the delivery right away. So, but that could be contributing to glitches and crashes. That is true. Let's see. Longer the spinning circle. The spinning circle I was talking about. Somebody says it takes longer than it did a few months ago. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Uh, Laurelyn says glitches almost every day. I take an order more than 5 miles. I'm in the mountains of upstate New York. The mountains, yeah. When you have like bad cell phone connection, I've actually tended to stop taking some of the orders that would go like up the mountains because I know that I'm not going to be able to handle that delivery. My phone is not going to be able to connect. So I think that might be a cell phone problem, not like a DoorDash problem. I mean, I'm sure DoorDash is contributing to that somehow, but I mean, that might just be a cell phone problem. Leo says, what scares me is not having data reception. Happened to me a few times when I delivered to the hilly mountainous areas in Southern California. So that's kind of what I was talking about too. Just like not having good cell phone connection. Like, I guess that just tends to happen. I guess it's just not a problem that I'm experiencing, and I'm not the only one that having to deal with this. It is other people, so I try to avoid those areas now because, it seems like you can confirm those deliveries on Uber Eats and Grubhub, but with so recent with DoorDash, like there's just like weird problems that always seem to happen. So I tend to not go over there, even though sometimes there's really nice tips with really nice houses over there in those mountains. Let's see. Let's see what else people are saying. Louise says, I'm trying to apply for Dasher, and for some reason my identity is unsuccessful. So do you know why? Just make sure all of your information is correct in your background check. I would say that's the first step you should do. Other than that, I don't know why they wouldn't be able to verify your identity. Like maybe you typed in your social security number incorrectly. Maybe you typed in like your address wrong or your name wrong on accident. Like I just don't know. Those could be potential reasons why it's not working. Um, let's see. Having the VIP support helps with quicker help. Um, is that something you get with like Top Dasher, the VIP help from DoorDash? I'm not sure. I don't really, uh, I don't look into Top Dasher. Or, I don't do that very often. So maybe the VIP support is part of that. But I mean, when the DoorDash like app crashes, not just like a glitch, because a glitch you could probably get contact support about that, but with a crash, I don't even think anybody can really get through to support. I mean, I'm sure everyone's trying to call right away. Dashville said they had VIP as a new driver. I do think, I guess you would get that. I think you also do get Top Dasher sometimes when you like recently sign up. That is something, right? So let's see. Devin McKay says it's so Para can't use it They spend a lot of time breaking Para, but it's not a lot of time fixing the app. It's sad. Yeah, so I would love to see Para actually be able to be used by more people. It's really sad that Para is continually restricted from getting the information from DoorDash. Like, I completely understand it's DoorDash. They can really do whatever they want. It's their app, it's their information. They don't have to allow Para to do anything, but Para is just like helps me out so much. I mean, even they help me out so much that I even have like a referral link in the description below, where if you click on that, you can download Para, and I get a little bit of a kickback for that, and so that's really great because just because I like the Para app so much, they give out information that is so useful and needed, and that's just like my little like spiel about Para. Like, it would be nice if we could use Para for DoorDash. They're trying everything they can. They just released a video about it, but Para for DoorDash, it's unavailable right now, but they're hopefully get back soon. Let's see. A couple people also chimed in about Para. How often do you use Para? Do you see it on every order? So I use Para every day. I use it for Uber Eats and Grubhub. I can't use it for DoorDash right now. Nobody can use it for DoorDash right now because DoorDash blocked Para. I completely understand that, and I know that DoorDash is their company. They can do whatever they want. I wish they wouldn't hide tips. I wish they wouldn't be like so manipulative about the way that they interact with their drivers, but that's just the way it is. So I do use Para for Uber Eats and Grubhub. It helps me see the Uber Eats restaurant, and on Grubhub it helps me see how much the tip is and how much the payout is before I actually open the order on my phone. So sometimes I don't even have to open the order on my phone on Grubhub because I see that, okay, the order's clearly not worth it. Why don't we just like ignore it and move on? Let's see. SVT Medic says, "What is Para? Para is an app. I mean, you can click on the link in my description if you want. It helps drivers hopefully make more money and make better informed decisions on the road. That's the way I see it. I think Para is useful for a lot of people. It, yeah, I really do like Para. Let's see if there's any more questions about that. Okay, going back to DoorDash glitches and crashes. Ash says, no comment on the glitch, just want to say keep up the great content. Well, I really appreciate that. I mean, I do my best with the great content. I know that sometimes these live streams can be a little bit shaky, but I really do love interacting with you guys on a more personal level on these live streams than just like my everyday content. I love doing both of them. If anything has to go, the live streams will go because I do want to focus on making better content for you, and the live stream is the like lowest quality of content that I put out. But as of right now, I do enjoy doing the live streams. Let's see, why do you take Tuesdays and Wednesdays off instead of Mondays? Mondays usually the slowest day in the restaurant. I found that Mondays are actually like pretty decent in my area. I guess you can go watch, like, I've done I've done 3 Mondays so far. I've actually already did my 4th Monday. I just haven't posted the video yet. And I think all 4 Mondays have been like pretty solid. Like, clearly not the best, but I think they would have been better than what I would do on Wednesdays. I have found that Wednesdays are often like extremely slow in my market, so I just like don't feel the need to go out on Wednesdays. I do want to have 2 days off in a row where I am not delivering, at least this month, just to like, that's just like my strategy right now so that I can feel rested enough to do YouTube and to still spend time with my wife and hang out with my friends. But 5 days a week sounds pretty good right now, and it just kind of makes sense for me to do Thursday through Thursday through Monday and take Tuesday and Wednesday off. And Mondays have been pretty decent. I might have to try out Wednesdays. I mean, I have tried out Wednesdays in the past, and they worked out really well for me. So, well, Mondays have worked out better than Wednesdays, but Tuesdays have been the worst. So maybe I'll go back to Wednesdays soon. Let's see what else. Do you guys think we'll get more orders and tips because of the student loan forgiveness announced today? People are going to be saving $10,000 or even $20,000 now. Yeah, I just saw that this morning, that the loan forgiveness. I do think that there's going to be a lot of hoops to jump through to actually solidify that the student loan forgiveness is actually going to happen. I don't know how likely that is to actually be signed in to law, if that's what's going to happen, or if there's just going to be cancellation for the student loans. But I guess there could definitely be more orders. I think especially among like the middle class, maybe like lower class. I do think that maybe there will be more orders. I tend to try to deliver to people that are going to tip me really well. That doesn't necessarily always mean wealthy people. It's just people that maybe respect delivery drivers and want to be generous. So, I mean, I could deliver to all classes of people, low, middle, and upper class. It's just whoever's going to tip me the most, that's who I'm going to choose to serve. That's just how I'm choosing to run my business, as somebody who accepts about like 10% of my orders when I'm on the road. So, I mean, I know that student loan forgiveness is not going to happen for every single person. It's only going to be for people that are making under $125,000 a year and $250,000 a year if you are married, which, I mean, most people are not making more than that, but so they might get a lot of people might get their loans forgiven, but that is just something. So maybe we will get more orders. Let's see. Briggs says, the glitching is a mind game. The timeouts are a mind game. The low pay is a mind game. Yeah, it is. I mean, I think everything these apps try to do, I'm not saying this is necessarily like evil of them, but they do try to play mind games. They do try to manipulate us into accepting lower paying offers. Maybe that's like bad education on like what orders to accept, because of course the platforms want every order to be accepted, and so they don't try to educate people on like what orders to avoid and which orders have no tips. Of course they don't want to do that because they want every order delivered. Or the mind games that they play is like, you should really be accepting more offers, like you should go for top dasher, or you should do this, you should like go into Grubhub Premier where you're accepting 95% of all orders. You don't want to do that. You really don't want to. And so like it is all kind of a mind game. They want you to accept every single order, but you need to be smart. You need to not accept every order. You need to, if they pause your dash for declining too many, you just need to resume your dash and move on. If they take you offline on Uber Eats, just like say, I want to be online, and then they'll put you right back online. You just have to kind of play the game with them. Even though this is your income and you don't like playing a game with your income, sometimes you're just going to have to do that. Let's see. Not sure if it's a glitch, but I've never seen the 4 check-in questions. It doesn't seem to affect my dashing. I don't think I'm happy that you don't have to do the 4 check-in questions, because that is kind of annoying when I'm like on the road. I'm like, yes, I want to dash now, and then I want to just be able to click a button. I don't want to have to like go through the checklist. All right, 1, yes, I have all the gas. Yes, I have my hot bag. Yes, I have the whatever. I don't even know what the questions say. It's that I can dash now. Let's see, outages. What was this? What was this? Random Ryan says outages help raise pay, as after disaster happens, then they need food delivered ASAP, at least in Austin market. Usually peak pay for like an hour or so. I do think that's good to know. If you're willing to wait out the outage, I can't right now. If I'm just like sitting in my car for a while not doing anything, that would get really boring. I would want to probably go home because I don't like live in the area where I deliver. So because I just don't know how long the glitch is going to happen. But that's good too. Peak pay could, because a lot of dashers went home, like that could be very helpful. Danielle Hammond says, how on average how many hours do you deliver a day? I try to deliver 5 days a week right now, and average about 40 hours a week, so that would put us at 8 hours a day. But of course I don't do 8 hours a day. I might only do 8 hours a day on like Monday, get the 8 hours in, and then on Thursday, right now, I guess tomorrow I'm gonna go out, maybe work 8 or maybe work slightly less. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, I try to work as much as I possibly can because I feel like that's where the most money is. And on Sunday, I want to work as much as I can too. But oftentimes, like, because I'm going to church on Sunday mornings, I try to relax as much as possible, and definitely like that knocks out like much of the like lunch shift. And then uh, I just go for Sunday dinner, and that's usually really good, but that doesn't often make 8 hours on a Sunday. So about I average about 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, but it's always changing. Let's see. Steve Edwards says, "Do you run Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, etc. at the same time? Then you get an order. You have to go through all the apps you didn't get an order on and log out." Yes, yeah, I do have to do all that. So if I'm running DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub all at the same time, I get a good Uber Eats order. Yeah, I will pause myself on DoorDash. I will pause myself on Grubhub, unless I really think I'm not gonna really get any offers from Grubhub. Then I'll just like leave them available, even though like it's just like searching for an order, even though I know an order is not going to come. But yeah, I will log out of my apps just because I don't want to be bombarded with like a bunch of like a no tip offers from DoorDash saying you should take this, you should take this, while I'm trying to complete my nice high paying Uber Eats order. And the same thing, I get a DoorDash order. I will often like go offline on Uber Eats, and just because like I don't want to be worried about like declining all of these orders I wouldn't be able to take anyway. Let's see. Random Ryan says, "Really want to see you and the wife shop orders like Instacart." I Okay, so I don't know if that's like against like the terms of service on Instacart. I don't know if you're supposed to be shopping, uh, like two people are shopping for the same order. I really don't think you're supposed to do that. I might have to check on that, but that is something that I've heard because I don't want to be like breaking any rules by like me and my wife doing Instacart. Maybe I'll just do it while she like films me. Maybe we could do something like that. Uh, that would be interesting to do that. But uh, I mean, I would like to do more Instacart orders. It's just like I don't think the pay is really there. But I guess we can probably try that out in the future. Let's see. What else? Thank you guys so much for leaving all these chats, by the way. I'm like so far behind on like reading them. It's like actually really encouraging to see all of these comments come in because like I love talking about the topic of today's video. Will DoorDash ever fix their app? And also just like answering any questions that you guys have. I think that's my favorite part about these live streams. Let me read this comment while I'm taking a sip of water. Okay, Random Ryan says, "Pedro released a video and wishing first minute to see that he barely DoorDashes now, and I give him credit being honest about it. It's no longer his grind, but YouTube and gig apps are what fuels that, not the other way around." Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is what I want to get to at some point. I mean, I love doing the gig apps. I love making YouTube videos about like what I'm doing every day to make money. Like, I really do see myself like working these delivery apps for a while, just because I enjoy them. I enjoy making videos, and that's where the majority of my income is coming from. But people with channels that are like 5 times my size right now, like completely understand that they are just focused on posting YouTube videos. That's definitely where I want to be as soon as possible. Not because like I want to get away from like everyday life delivery driving, but I do think delivery driving really is like a stepping stone into something better. That's why I want to build up this YouTube channel. That is my something better that I'm looking forward to in the future. But I think everybody should really be doing that to some capacity. You can be delivery driving for a while, and like that's totally fine with you as long as you enjoy driving, you enjoy the delivery life. But for me, I do enjoy delivering, and I do love it. But at some point, I know that I'm not going to want to be killing my car forever. I know that it's just like it's shouldn't really be my full-time solution for what I do until I'm 65 years old. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But as of right now, I mean, a ton of my money, and like almost all of it right now, is coming from delivery driving, and then of course I do have some YouTube income, but that's not like really that much compared to the delivery driving. So that's where I'm at right now. Dashville, I only deliver to rich people who tip big. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I'll deliver to anybody that tips well. So it doesn't matter who you are. If you tip well, I'll deliver to you. Let's see. Leo says, has anyone ever gotten a second insulated bag from Uber Eats? I haven't even gotten one insulated bag from Uber Eats. It would be nice to receive one from them, but I don't think that's going to happen. I am not with DoorDash or Grubhub, so I only have the one bag they initially gave me. Would be helpful for stacks. In the link in my description, since I'm the one talking, I feel like I can promote my stuff. I have an Amazon storefront. It's just like the second link in there. If you want to click on that link, I think it'll open up in a new tab, and then you're going to be able to search for all of the products that I'm promoting on Amazon. I'm not sponsored by any of these products by any means, but I do have all of my products there on my Amazon storefront, and then you can look through. I have delivery driving products. I have travel products, lifestyle, like all of my YouTube gear is on there, Instagram gear that me and my wife use for our Instagram page. Like it's all on there, and you're going to find a delivery bag there on Leo. You're going to find a delivery bag that you may be interested in. There's the bags that I use right now. I mean, of course, you can always purchase one through probably through Uber. You can probably purchase one through DoorDash or Grubhub, even though you're not a driver on there. But you can also look on Amazon to see if there are delivery bags on there. I don't think Uber Eats is going to send you a second bag. Whoa, let's see. Random Ryan. Okay. Leo, I hope I answered your question. This is the first super chat I've ever received. Thank you so much, Random Ryan, for this. Supplement for the next accidental no tip, no trip taken. No tip trip taken. Ryan, I appreciate that so much. That's my first super chat ever. It just popped up on my screen. That is so nice of you to do so. That's just so amazing that you left that super chat. Ryan, I mean, I don't see you in my comment section too often, but you've been really active in this chat so far in this live stream, so I absolutely love that. Appreciate it so much. Thanks, Ryan. I'll get to your other comments too. Let's see. So, Leo, hopefully I answered your question about like maybe where to buy a bag. You could check out Amazon just using the link in my description. I will get possibly compensated for that if you do decide to purchase something, but just like a little bit, it's not going to affect your price at all on Amazon. If you want to check out that, you can look at my bags, you can look at any other bags too on Amazon. So let's see, what else do we have here? Ryan says, my uncle is rich and he said I didn't get that way by wasting money and didn't believe in tipping. Interesting. I mean, I feel like a lot of people that have money, I mean, like, this is just a generalization, right? It's not like this is how it is. Yeah, a lot of people that have money right now, I mean, it's just because they have done a really good job of saving their money, investing their money, and tipping is a little bit different because I do feel like you should be tipping the people that are either delivering your food or like a waiter or waitress at a restaurant. Like I do feel like you should be tipping them accordingly. But that is, I mean, like it's interesting. Like I do believe in saving and investing your money wisely, but tipping is a little bit different story. Let's see. Uber Eats hardly glitches. That comes from what's your story? Yeah, like Uber Eats and Grubhub, I don't know if I've ever seen them really glitch at all, like ever. So it's weird that DoorDash decides, or they don't decide it, but that they glitch quite a bit. That's just so weird. Buy the Dip says, I hate Uber Eats, freezes your phone, and when you're trying to take a photo for a drop off and get an offer, very frustrating. Okay, actually, that reminds me, I actually recently, the past like week, I have seen Uber Eats glitch a little bit. And there are no crashes on any close to being on the same level as DoorDash, but Uber Eats, I will have to force close the app. That's happened like maybe 2 or 3 times in the past week, and it's never happened before that. But Uber Eats, like it does freeze my phone and I can't like click on take the picture or like confirm the delivery just because it's like glitching, but it's nowhere near as bad as DoorDash crashing. Let's see. Random Ryan also says, I work in my car at a main job, freelance writer, while I wait for Instacart orders. Good way to get fresh air and exercise. Riding for a living can be very boring. That's great. I mean, I love that you are trying to, or I don't know if you're trying to become a writer or you already are one and you're trying to be more successful, but I mean, that's fantastic that you're working as a freelance writer while you're waiting for orders. That's a great way to, I mean, have a little bit more income and also like work towards something other than delivery driving. That's fantastic. By the Dip says, I think as both people are on the platform, I think that's allowed on Instacart. Okay, all right. So he's talking about something that was quite a few minutes back about like both people shopping for the same order. I don't know if like both people can shop for the order. Is that okay? Both people that are activated on Instacart shopping on one account. I don't know if that's okay because we're talking about like me and my wife potentially shopping for one order at the same time. I don't know if that's allowed. If anybody else has anything to add to that, I mean, just let me know. Let's see. What else do we got? We got Dashville saying delivery, YouTube, and Etsy is perfect. I don't know if I would ever try to make money on Etsy. I'm not too familiar with it. I know I've bought like a few things on Etsy over the past few years, but I really haven't looked into it too much on if Etsy is something that I might want to do. It might be interesting to make YouTube videos about it, but I think you have to create your own product on there, and I don't know if I would be necessarily wanting to do that. I might as well check it out. Let's see. Random Ryan, I worked for the railroad as engineer for 17 years. I'm 38 now, quit in January, and have never been happier working for myself. That is a great story. I mean, you could make really good money working as an engineer on a railroad, I'm pretty sure, but I mean, it definitely, I would say it increases my happiness to work for myself. Like I'm making a little bit less money than I did when I was working full time in an office, but I'm still pretty happy when I'm doing this job. Dashville says, I got sponsored by Wendy's and now I get all the $3 orders. That's fantastic. Let's see. Okay, we got another comment on that Instacart. Let's see. You're not supposed to shop with someone else, but I see everyone do it every day. So as long as nobody is saying anything to Instacart, I guess you can do it. Yeah, I have seen quite a few people do that. I just think like it's not supposed to be allowed, right? So uh, maybe I will do it if that's just like the norm, even though like this was my solution of like my wife Jenny would just like film me while I would do the Instacart order, and I feel like that would be totally allowed because she's not actually shopping for me, like she's not helping me find the items. It is kind of strange that Instacart has that rule, but if they have the rule, probably want to stick to that rule. I don't want to get deactivated. I mean, like, I don't make a ton of money from Instacart right now, but like I don't really want to lose that income opportunity right there. Leo says, let's see. Oh, actually, first let's do SVT. Medic says, what's the least amount per mile you accept? Least amount per mile. I really don't go by dollars per mile. I do think SVT Medic, I think you are new to delivery driving. So I don't want to give you bad advice, but I don't do like dollars per mile. I do dollars per hour. And if I do an order that's like, let's just make up something ridiculous. Say it's like $30 for like 15 miles. And I know I can get that done in like, I don't know, 20 minutes because it's all freeway, then I will take that. It's $2 per mile. That's good, right? But then if I have to take another order taking me all the way back, and it's let's say it's another $30 order, but this is hard to make up in my head. Let's say it's let's say it's a $15 order for like 17 miles. That's under $1 per mile. Like most people would say that's a horrible order. $15 for 17 miles, but if that also takes you like 20 minutes to complete and it gets you right back to your hotspot, why wouldn't you take that? I mean, it's either you drive the 15, 17 miles back to your hotspot and make no money, or you make $15 and it takes you, and you go to a restaurant that you know the order is going to be ready. I mean, that's going to take you an additional 5-10 minutes, but extra 5-10 minutes, it's going to make you an extra $15. So why would you not do that? Even though you're making under $1 per mile. It's just like something to think about. I prefer dollars per hour instead of dollars per mile because I know I'm going to get a tax write-off at the end of the year, or tax deduction saying that, okay, I drove this many miles, business miles, so that's why I'm like, okay, like it's fine to take a $15 order that's going to take you 20 minutes when you know that it's actually going to take you like 17 miles to do that. I think it's fine, especially if it's taking you back exactly to your hotspot that you love taking orders from. Okay, Leo says, Jacob, since you want to diversify your cash flows, I used to love reselling on eBay, Mercari, etc. I mainly sold fragrances because I have expertise in that area, but you can also sell anything. Was wonderful work, ran it from home, and would love just leave packages by my door for the mailman to pick up. It slowed down quite a bit this year due to the economy faltering, but I'll probably get back into it. That is definitely something that is at least intriguing for me. I don't know if I would ever do eBay reselling, but I do know that that is a decent option for a lot of people. I just don't know like how the reselling process works. I know a lot of people go to like thrift stores and like buy something for like $1 and then resell it on eBay for like $10. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people like would say that there's like ethical problems with that. Even though I don't know how I really feel about it. I've just seen a lot of comments from people saying like, I'm not saying it's unethical at all. Like, I'm definitely not saying that, but I'm also not saying it is ethical. I'm just saying a lot of comments that I've seen are like, no, you should not be like taking stuff from thrift stores for $1 and reselling them for $10 because you're taking that away from the people who can't afford the $10 item. I don't really know how I feel about it. If you have any thoughts on that, like let me know because that is intriguing for me to do eBay reselling. I just don't have enough information on that right now to be able to say, oh yes, of course I'll do it, or no, I won't. Let's see. By the Dip says, you see Nug's video for clickbait YouTubers for delivery. He talked highly about you. I mean, like, I think I was honored to just like be in that video because there are a lot of people that make DoorDash YouTube videos. If you want to check out that video, it's Nug's most recent video, the one that he posted today, and it's talking about people who clickbait YouTubers, or YouTubers that clickbait viewers into watching. And he said that I do not clickbait people. He didn't talk like too long about me because he had to get through like 20 people, but I was just honored to be part of that video, just to know that like people that do have a lot of subscribers know that my channel exists. So I do appreciate that, and I appreciate that he said that I hardly ever clickbait people. So that's good to know. Let's see. What else do we got here? I want to get to a few of your questions. If you are just tuning in right now, we did talk about, will DoorDash ever fix their app? The conclusion we kind of came to is, why does DoorDash crash so much even when like Uber Eats and Grubhub and Instacart, those don't really crash that much? So we did talk about that a little bit earlier on in the stream. I do want to answer more questions in here. That's just like for the people watching on the replay. And let's see, how many, just curious, on a 40-hour week, how many miles do you usually put on your car? A lot. A lot of miles, but maybe not as much as you might think. Just, I don't know the exact, actually, let me look at my spreadsheet right here. I have it pulled up somewhere. I'm gonna have to open it. How many miles I've driven so far for the month of August, since I have worked about 40 hours a week. I am looking on my laptop right now. The mileage, I have driven 2,415.6 miles. 2,400 miles in 3 weeks. So I guess that's a lot. How many is that per week? That divided by 3 equals 800, about 800 miles a week. 800 miles a week for 40 hours a week. So that's a lot. That really is a lot, but maybe not as much as people might think, but it's quite a bit. It's okay though. I mean, like, I know that I'm gonna get tax deductions for all the mileage at the end of the year, but that's just like what we have to go through as delivery drivers. So hopefully I answered that well. Let's see, any other good questions do we have here? Let's see. Anything else? We're saying thanks for helping information. Okay, Amazon FBA. Random Ryan says, I actually used to resell a lot, but mainly Amazon FBA. eBay, a lot more work, but still can make good money. Let's see. I would love to do Amazon FBA. I have no idea how I would get into that. I know that there are courses I could take. I know there's YouTube videos I could watch. It's a lot of information that I just don't really understand right now, but would love to get into that at some point. I don't know if I could get into it right now, but Amazon FBA sounds like something a lot of people do and a lot of people do successfully. So I would want to do that. I know it was really, really big a few years ago. Like people were making really good money, maybe not so much anymore. But I mean, if you have Random Ryan, if you have any information on how to start Amazon FBA, my wife even more so wants to do that more than I want to do it. So I guess I would have to figure out a good way to do that. Let's see. That's everything I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much, Random Ryan, for that super chat. That was amazing. I really do appreciate everybody leaving just the normal chats too and the likes on the video. If you haven't liked the video yet, please give it a like. That will help the video out a ton, reach more people even after this live stream is over and a bunch of people are watching on the replay. I really do appreciate all of you being here, even though there was that weird problem at the beginning that we don't need to mention. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to stay tuned for week 4 of this Making $5,000 a Month series. It is going to be the final week. I have to make $1,250 this week. Otherwise, I fail the challenge. I do not want to fail the challenge, but we will make $5,000 this month. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time.